again. Another great post, another great Monday. It seems like Monday's my day that's posting. I'm sorry I was not around to say hi and happy holidays to whatever it was that you were celebrating, even it was just time off. I'm taking this day in as a day that has been very full. I went to the gym and spent too much time there, and then I thought, how do I serve a power practice, because I keep intending to, and I keep showing up with more of a recovery practice. So I'm showing up a little selfish, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna take everything that I did at the gym, warm it, distill it, and put it down into like a power-ish practice. So I know a lot of you are hungry for that, maybe thirsty, so I wore my glasses today. I could see myself. I read an article to wake up this morning, and the woman was reflecting on what it is that we're starved of, that she was trying to kind of translate poetically, right? She's understanding everything that we all already know, and so there's nothing that I can say that you haven't heard already or felt, given that we're in this pandemic. But also, she used the reflection, and now it's already escaped me. It's a word that starts with a P. But the word that she was trying to describe was more of this feeling of knowing that you can respond to a shape that reminds you of a feeling. And her metaphor were clouds. When you look at clouds, you often expect that if you look long enough, that something familiar will show up, right? The shape of a cloud, or they're constantly being blown around, but sometimes it feels like they pause in order to form something that is unique to you because your eye sees it, and in some wild way, it stays longer, right? So as quick as clouds change shape, when you recognize something that is maybe a message, a signal, familiar, right, touching, right, vibrant to you in your heart, it hangs around, right? And I think that, you know, the touching thing about having yoga in time like now, and even if you're very briefly dabbling in it, or you're really seeking something that you used to feel when you were in person doing and feeling less than an adequate sort of serving of what happens through these waves, just know that you're not alone, but at the same time, right, we can catch that glimmer, that glimpse, that feeling, right, the message, it's looking at you, right, it's reflecting towards you. So notice it, right, it's out there. And if you do notice, it will hover, right, it will hang around, and that feeling that you look for, that you seek, that you enjoy from what comes from doing a practice such as this, right, it's still here, right, it's still happening, so I hope this one's good for you. And to that, I want to celebrate with a little soundtrack of Madonna. I'm not the hugest fan, but I like a lot of stuff. So take a moment to close your eyes and notice maybe you started watching this video and you already had an image in your mind of what you were going to do, not the shapes, but the image is more of like the shape of a feeling, right? And it's staring right back at you. It showed up for you. This class did, maybe on your radar, maybe a few days later, maybe this is a month from now. And anytime, whatever it is that you do land on this, consider what is in front of you is for you. So this is, right? Let your hands come to your heart. You take an inhale on that. And a nice exhale out the mouth. Two more of the same. Gently bow to the place in your heart that you know that you're tapping into. place in your mind, in your spirit that you smile from. Gotta take these off because they're really just so that I can see what I look like on camera. Alexa, play. Time to go. I mean for this to be a half an hour. It goes over a little, we won't go under. We'll do enough, right? It's the 30th of November, it's my birthday month, and we're ending in a great time. That's kind of fun, little zebra. Is that, you know I like numbers. And so I thought that maybe we could work in 30-second intervals, right? I know that's like a count of 30, but it's better than a repetition of 30. So maybe we'll sort of all sort of jive on that one. I'm gonna start from the back of my mat, as will you, okay? Just gonna do a little swivel, and I'm just gonna do a little twist, right? I'm gonna shimmy, I'm shaking, right? This is what it looks like from the front. It's silly. So I'm loosening up the carriage, but not just like the carriage, because we often think of the carriage as the rib cage, but this space of sort of softness that's sort of below the rib cage and above the pelvis, right? So I'm just kind of twisting into it, and you notice if you do that, I just ate a banana, so maybe that banana's showing up on me strangely. It could feel like a little bit of cramp, right? But you might slow down and just feel the muscles that are rotating, right? That are turning. These are the muscles that we do our yoga twist from. And these are also really awesome. And the more we do it in repetition, right? So we're in the 30 realm right now, that you might sort of get this feeling that you are able to kind of shape that cloud or make that message appear and then recognize it, right? So slow down and you're like, okay, there's some strength already happening in the core. When you settle in slow, that's when you sort of come back into alignment, hopefully, right? All right, I'm gonna take my arms up to the sky, so are you. Palms are facing each other. Turn the palms in a little bit more so the pinkies turn in and the thumbs turn out, right? So my palms are facing towards the space back behind me. I'm deeply corkscrewing my upper arms into an outer rotation, right? Pull the belly in and squeeze the glutes so you don't take this all in the low back, and then let that all flow down. Woo, to a forward bow. Okay. This happens to be my favorite Madonna song. I could listen to it on repeat, and if you dare me, I will. Okay, so I'm taking the place of a seat, but keeping my knees right above my heels, right? The tendency is they jam forward, it stretches your Achilles tendon, right? Pull them back, and we're just gonna test it out. So you're sitting, and you're seeing how long in this 30-second count can I remain vertical in my shins, right? When you start to slip and lean forward into the toes and the heels come up, then you just kind of back up until you were previously at the most ideal place, stacked with the deepest, and you stay there, right? And I'm trying to keep a long back right here, so I'm not rounding at the moment. Not that we won't later, right? So a posture. Okay, now you already have your knees right above your heels. Now stack your hips, straighten the legs, heart goes forward, you still have that posture. And then fold, and you can let go a little bit. Fingertips touch. Step your left foot back, so you're in a low lunge. Right? Bend your left knee, and you get this nice little relief. I don't know about you, but even though I'm a little bit back to work, not the yoga work, but otherwise, preschool-wise, I still am sitting a lot more than I tend to like to. So this is for your psoas if you're feeling like there's any angst there. So here's that shape, that message. Lift the left knee, it's left leg straight again. Right leg goes back. Go for a three-legged dog, straight-legged open hip. A little turn out. Okay, square it off and come to a three-legged plank. We've got 30 seconds in a three-legged plank. Pull into your belly, soften your heart. Breathing. It's not bad, right? So you think about just kind of, you can adjust your fingers. No one says you have to stay static in this, and don't let time diminish you, right? So don't let that get saggy, even though you might get a little fatigued. We have 10 more seconds here. And don't even count it, because I will, okay? Those 30 seconds go by quick in yoga, but very slow when you're running intervals on a treadmill. So trust that that could be a really sort of sticky thing. Left foot step forward. Inhale, here's that flat back. Okay, flat back, straight legs. Knees are above the heels and they're staying above the heels and your butt's sinking back. All right, your booty is dropping, you're finding the seat. You know, use or don't use your arms, it's really up to you. Sometimes I like to push down on my thighs to give me this kind of, it's a little bit of a relief in my upper back and it engages sort of my mid back. But at the same time too, it might be kind of nice to feel this little hover, okay? Find those straight legs again, flat back, and then go for the fold. Oh, I actually think I love this song too. Fingertips touch right foot, steps back. Low lunge, and then right knee down. Eyes forward. They don't have to go too far up. If you notice, right, so there's so many ways that we overdo the things that we're stepping into, and it's that like little tiny detail that we're overdoing that has nothing to do with what it is we chose to do, and it ultimately sort of is like our sabotage, right, our saboteur, so it kind of robs of our energy. So don't let that happen. That's why I make so many little cues on those don't do's, but I'm trying to stay in the do-do's. I will do this class. Right knee up, you're in a low lunge, left leg goes back. It's a straight leg, open hip. I'm flexing my foot so that my foot feels like I'm arched and spread wide through my toes. And then I round that left outer hip down so that I can arrive at my three-legged plank, very spunky dory, okay? Fingers spread wide, smile also, and we're already in the time. Wanna take you there in the midnight hour. I can feel your power. All right. Awesome. Bend that left knee, tuck it in towards your face, and place the left foot between your hands. Right foot, come to meet the left. Notice from the previous classes that we've taken before, right? Weight shift forward and let the back leg that's coming forward be soft and light and floating and airy. And so it takes the shape of your forward bow because you choose for it to see it right there, right? So there's your cloud reference again, okay? Inhale to a flat back. Ooh, exhale, there's that knee bend. All right, so I did legs and arms in the gym today. And I'm hoping to kind of bring some of that juiciness into this practice, right? So I'm gonna sit a little deeper. I'm using my arms as a counterweight so I can push my butt back and keep my knees right above my heels. It's very precarious. Push the legs down, squeeze the butt to come up. Oh. And you're gonna feel a lot of like what the glutes and the hamstrings do to get you to stand upright like this way, right? Arms are up, and then exhale, fold. Oh. Hello, body, thank you. Okay, all right, knees bend, fingers touch, left foot step back. Okay, left knee goes down, you know, the top of the foot. On this one, we're gonna come up in the heart, and we're gonna reach back through the arms. Okay, and now you're gonna turn over your right shoulder, and right hand's gonna reach back, either floor or hip, okay? And left arm is up, so you have this slight turn and twist of the heart, the chest, the belly, and a real big open reach in that left arm. Woo. Hands come back to that right foot. Left knee lifts, right leg's gonna go back. Here's your open hip, three-legged dog, still a straight leg. So we're working with kind of a little split in our dog, okay? So we're getting a little bit of that lateral glute side. Okay, come forward to three-legged plank pose. We're taking 15 seconds of this three-legged plank, 15 seconds of it, three-legged chaturanga. Breathe through it, okay? We're already here. We're almost done with this half of that 15 seconds, so that 30 seconds. Okay, keep that heel lifting, go down halfway, three-legged chaturanga. Really feeling those abs in. Okay, now straighten the arms, tuck your knees, so get those abs really curled in, C curve, knee close, belly in, foot placed between the hands. Let's add a little bit more to this, right? I made a little suggestion that stepping from low lunge into a warrior three is like a deadlift, and there's no doubt about that. Come up to a warrior three. Right, widen open the heart. My palms are facing down now that I said it, right? And you can really be sort of in any direction you want to be. Arms towards the back, elbows towards the side, or straight forward. We're 30 seconds in this one. You're gonna feel it in the standing leg, obviously. But try to put the breath to spread it out and kind of shape that cloud, let it evolve, so it's a full body experience. Okay? Smiling helps, but don't overdo it there because it can take a lot of energy. All right, come up to stand. Ooh. Feet to the floor, arms to the sky, palms facing each other. This time I'm letting the palms touch. Holy moly. Exhale, fold. Ooh. Okay, inhale to that flat back. And then knees bend. Here's your deep squat. If you can keep those shins still vertical, but drop your butt even further lower than your knees, then you're doing just fine. And then you're fine even if you're not doing that, so don't worry. And it's not a perfect world, right? My mat's on an angle, my knees aren't sort of that perfect 90-degree perpendicular, so for those of you that like to nitpick, it's true, but we're trying our best. Straighten the legs to forward bow. If you hadn't noticed, we're getting a good 30 seconds in those little chair squats too. All right, right foot steps back. Okay, right knee goes down. Right, just by paying attention to something for a period of time consistently, we get more spacious. So you might find that you're already stepping back a little bit further, which is good on you, right? Anjaneyasana, belly in, heart up. First it's square, and then you're gonna turn over your left shoulder. Remember, left hand is either left hip or floor. Maybe you have a block, that's also fine. And you're turning over your Ariana Grande braid, right? Over your left shoulder, just loving life in that right arm reach. Oi, oi, oi. Hands come to the floor, right knee lifts. Left leg goes back. It's three-legged dog. Ooh. Right, it's a straight leg, right? And you can feel that outer glute picking up, and you're gonna lean a little deeper into that right hand all the way up to the fingers. And then square it off. 15 seconds here in your three-legged plank. Right? Be spunky, be cute. It's quick. You can even dance right here, a little sway. We're going for 15 seconds in three-legged chaturanga. We're gonna keep the leg up. Keep those shoulder blades squeezed together and pressing back and down. Nice. Straighten the arms, tuck the knee, place the foot. We ready? It's warrior three. I'm gonna back up so that I don't run into my couch, and also so I can at least be a little bit on the camera. All right, palms face down, wrists pull up. So I'm going in sort of the Mikey way. I put a little bit of sort of spunkiness in this, and I got a little extra on that back heel. You don't have to, right? You can kind of get a little bit more tuck in the ribs, and right, if you can see or feel your level, right, parallel your upper body and back leg to the floor. All right, and then again, maybe the modification is something different. Here it's symmetrical in your reach, so it can be a different reach than you did on the last one. Come to stand. OMG, arms up, palms together, press in, squeeze the glutes, tuck the tailbone down, oi, 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 and forward bow. Things are happening quickly. So now I'd like to get a little bit more into the shape that I intend for us to go towards. All right, inhale to a flat back. Again, sit. Here's your chair squat. All right, you're dipping down a little bit more. As your butt goes down, your arms might go a little higher up so you can feel your tone in your upper back. right? Don't be afraid to maybe take your feet a little bit wider. Try to resist your knees falling into each other, right? So that's quite a thing. So include your pinky toes. Maybe pay attention to that. That might help. Straighten the legs. Drop the head. Forward bow. Whee. Okay. Inhale to a flat back. That's a nice reprieve, right? On this little release. Knees bend, hands touch. Oh yeah, left foot, step it back, low lunge. One more time where you've exhausted this Anjaneyasana. It's also the third time on this side. So we're gonna make it the cutest. All right, first Anjaneyasana, balanced heart. And then simultaneously, as you start to turn over your right shoulder, bend your left knee. You're gonna bring your left thumb to the center of your chest, your right hand to hold your left foot, and then you're gonna lean that left elbow to the outside of your right knee as you thigh stretch. So here's a nice little long spine, okay? Your spine is actually in streamline with your left thigh. So knee, top of the head, your thumb is just kind of honoring that, we'll say that. Okay? Letting go of the foot, releasing your hands to the front, straightening the back leg. Take a little moment to straighten the front legs, a little pyramid pose. Okay, then it's brave, right knee bend. Just kind of trying to make it look like I'm being friendly here, kind. So this three-legged dog, again I do suggest for the moment a little straight-leggedness, but bottom foot, right? Left foot's on the floor. Turn your left heel in to the right. So you can take the whole foot to the floor like you do in Warrior 1 or 2 or blah, blah, blah. Right, that's kind of nice. All right, now you're coming forward. The heel comes up and the knee tucks in. You're going 30 seconds here with the knee tuck, your chin tuck, your shoulders right over the wrists. Breathing, but still tucking. Okay, we're going to three-legged chaturanga. Right leg up, elbows bent. Elbows right over the wrists, shoulders the same height as the shoulders of the Adhyatma. Ooh, that's a good one. Belly in, heels lifting. There's a nice change here, right? So 3, 2, 1. You're going up dog, shoulders back, to down dog. Right? I don't know if that was a surprise to you or not. I wasn't really planning on doing a lot of vinyasa on this one. I just wanted to kind of punch into those leg muscles and those arms, but I felt like it was appropriate. Right? Bend your knees, hop, step, or jump. Feet to hands, there's your couch. Inhale to a flat back. Ooh, exhale, here's your little chair squat. Okay. Right, so if you love the intervals, right, you probably do like vinyasa, you probably do like flow. There's a lot of that happening here. Right? We're on our last set of this. Okay, knees maybe bending a little bit more, still shins as honest as possible, and you can push down into those heels. Oh yeah, you're right. To lift up in the heart. And then here's our forward bow. Don't worry, our Warrior 3 is coming back. It's just not on this set. Yay. Okay, now to a flat back. Your knees bend, right foot's gonna step back. Right knee goes to the floor, right? Use the space that you have. Know that we're kind of doing these in compromising times. I have more furniture and this tree thing, right? So we might sort of be minding a little bit more. I've got this little cherub ornament that I really don't want to destroy, but I'm flirting with it right now. All right, hearts up. All right, so there's your Anjaneyasana. Really just loving the balance of it. And let it change shape as you slightly bring your breath weight forward. Turn to your left. I'm reaching my left hand back to my right foot. My right thumb is first at the center of my chest. And then I'm gonna lean lightly forward to hook that right elbow on the outside of my left knee. The eyes somewhere peaceful. Woo. Right? I did need this side stretch. Oh yeah, I also needed this twist. All right, take your next inhale back to the middle, and then let's exhale to straighten both legs. So pyramid pose for a second. Alexa, skip. You don't like that song. All right, that's nice. All right, left knee bends. Let's go back, three-legged dog. Open hip, right heel sweep to your left. Right, you'll notice if that heel sweeps over, you might go way over in your left ribs to your left. That's not wrong, but it's not what we're doing right now. So we'll just call it that, right? So if you kind of remind yourself to get back into the form you're making, right, by grounding out into that right hand. Still opening that left hip, that's pretty nice. So you're really affecting the strength of your muscles towards your bones, right, not away from them. All right, here we go. That might be a cue or helpful or totally confusing. Come forward, tuck your knee towards your face. Face to knee, chin, tuck, breathing, but tucking, getting really small right here for 15 seconds. All right, so I'm halving this to make it seem more elaborate. It's a 30. We're honoring our 30, three-legged chaturanga. Right, keep your shoulders down away from your ears, neck long, maybe smiling. Right, really strong in those shoulders, the hands, the chest, the upper back. All right, I think that was, my timing's off a little bit right there. I'm counting in fives so that I know that 3 5s equal 15. And that way I can be Gabby and I know how long it takes for me to be like blah, blah, blah. Okay, you're in down dog. Take a couple breaths here to lift the arms, soft the chest, relax the neck, maybe gaze around, and if you like to pedal, pedal the feet. All right, let's close this out. Look forward to your hands, to your thumbs, bend your knees, and take your time in that light little hop forward. Inhale to a flat back. Whew. All right, we are true to our work. Sit deep. Okay, so this is something cute I've been really loving to play with lately. Let's come up to stand. All right, arms up. And when your hands come to your heart on this one, bring that right foot off the floor, right knee lifts. Right, open your right knee to the right. And then we're gonna take this into a half moon pose by just sliding that right heel back. And so I know I usually start by standing on the right leg first on most sides, most times. But I like you to be able to see it, so we're starting differently this one. I think that right leg is pretty awesome, pretty square, maybe mostly parallel to the floor. Maybe a little higher if you're really working it. Okay, right arm reach forward so that you can square off to a really pretty standing split. Right, and left knee is gonna bend and you're taking your time. Everything's engaged to touch back. Right foot to low lunge, left leg back. Here is our grand finale shape. You're going open hip, three-legged dog with a bent knee. You're welcome. Right, look over to it. You love it. Now you're turning your back right heel again to your left. So you got your whole right foot to the floor. Toes and all, inner and outer heel. Maybe not your arches, right? Because they're arching up. So you're grounded though. Left hand is also right here. You're taking your right hand back to your left foot and you're giving yourself some time to a little bit of thigh stretch, but you're mostly thigh stretching by pushing away. So you're pushing the foot into the hand. Oh, your floor must be equal and balanced for this to be awesome. Right, and you're kind of looking underneath your left arm, maybe wide open to the left. Yeah, this is good. Now when you let that leg go, right hand is still up, left heel, right heel is still to the left, you're gonna tuck that left knee forward towards your right elbow and straighten the leg. Not only are you doing fallen warrior, but you're gonna fallen warrior split, so that left foot's going way towards the front right corner of your mat. Then when you tuck your tailbone under, you reach and you flirt with your Christmas tree, or your solstice bush, or your hydrangea, I don't know. Houseplant. It's not a hydrangea. Right hand to the floor. I still have my leg here, and so do you. I take my left hip down to the mat. This is a very strange shape. It's a side split, and you're sitting on your outer left hip. You're gonna widen your chest, left side of the chest up, and slightly more towards your left. Okay? Oi. And this is cute. You're gonna use some of your abs in this one from when we started class. Pick up your arms, rotate, you're rolling your leg bones, your femur bones into their sockets in the way that you understand, right? And then you're just gonna take a little forward bow here. So that wasn't entirely complex. This is not something that you feel like is sort of off the radar of things that you've learned in the past, or at least flirted with. And you're really getting a nice kind of like legs to core to strength in arms in an endurance way today. My neighbors are always watching. Hi. They're cooking. I'm turning back towards my left, over my left shoulder, hands back to the mat. All right, trying not to make this look sloppy. I'm gonna pull my left knee in, press back to a nice square three-legged dog. Okay, wrap it in, pull the knee in towards your face. All right, here you are. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, three-legged chaturanga. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, straighten the arms, tuck the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, three-legged chaturanga. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, straighten the arms, tuck the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bend the elbows, three-legged chaturanga. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is an up dog. That was 30. Woo. Exhale, back down dog. All right, here we are. This is gonna give us that. So I told you we were doing warrior 3, but not quite warrior 3. That's what our half moon was. So sorry I didn't elaborate on that one. Hop, step, or jump. Feet to hands. Inhale to a flat back. Last seated little squatty chair. Right, so make this one really cute. No knee popping, right? So your inner thighs are just kind of working towards each other, even though you're spreading out your sit bones and you're widening your knees, right? That makes no sense, but really what it'll do is get you kind of firmly connected to your inner edges of your feet, and also kind of filling in the gaps and playing along with the outer edge of the feet. Right, so keeping your knees balanced. Whew. Come up to stand, arms reach up, oi, 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 hands to the heart. Right, that made me a little sweaty. I like it. Left knee, left, it's also like 65 degrees outside today. So left knee is bent, right? You're standing on your leg. All right, I'm gonna just show a little bit from the front. So you're gonna see your opening, right? Here's our open version of our tree pose. And then you're leaning as you karate chop. I don't know why I'm saying, I'm gonna find another word for that. I don't know any karate. Shoot the left heel back, toes out. You're opening up and you're finding kind of a playful your form, right? You're surprising the sky, sunbeams around it, half moon pose, okay? So whether it's in the clouds during the day or the night, it's up to you because they happen in both times, so it might be the center of the moon beams. Woo! Square the hips off, left hand comes down, and you're on that right leg. My hamstrings are so ridic on the right side, so I'm feeling a little bit different in my standing split. You may be the same. Right knee bends, you may be different. Left foot steps back. Oi, oi, oi. Ready? Three-legged dog. Okay, hands are planting. Here we go. Bend the knee. First we have that three-legged dog that everyone loves to be so flashy with, and then you're regulating in the hands. Okay? Now your left heel goes right. Everything is good, right? Left hand is playing a little trick on you, feeling fine to reach behind you and find the toes and push the foot into the hand. Lift the knee and look gently underneath. Ooh, that right arm. Right? So remembering to stay lifted in your armpits. This is not sagging on your joints. Okay, when you let go of the foot, that nice slow transition, right knee is coming forward. Maybe to just tap that elbow as a reference, then bring it way forward, right foot towards the front left corner of your mat. And you're getting like a split twist on the floor. So that's a gift right? You don't have to hover or balance or do anything with your arms on that one. All you have to do right here is lift your arms and rotate. Ooh. Just sit into that left butt cheek, right? Sit bone. And then a nice wide straddle forward bow. Right, it's a little pelvic tip forward, toes are up, heart is low, and you might find that there's some real joy in your performance on this one here. So you might really kind of notice some of the work that you've been doing. So regardless of how far away from each other we've been, doesn't mean that you have lost any of your talents, right? Let's go to the right. Back to that right foot, back to the front of the mat. You're gonna get caught on your mat, tuck your knee in, and go back for a nice square, not square, a straight-legged, open hip, three-legged dog. This is the last one of this. Come forward, tuck your knee on that exhale. Keep breathing though. 3, 1, three-legged chaturanga, heart forward. Keep those shoulders lifting, straighten the arms, spread out through the fingers, tuck your knee. Nice, three-legged chaturanga. Nice, straighten the arms, tuck the knee, yay. And one more time, best three-legged chaturanga yet. Awesome. Up dog to a child's pose. Right, take that child's pose. Own it. It's a gift. It's showing up for you right now. Right, so be gentle with yourself. Make any modifications you might need. Right, sinking the heart down. Be nice and so specific with whether it's your chin or your forehead or your face, turn to the side. And you may be doing this with wide knees or narrow knees. I tend to do wide knees. It's really up to you. Okay, so I've been really finishing most of my workouts, whether it's yoga or the sort of weightlifting or otherwise, with cat-cows. And I think it's nice here because we're in a really kind of aware, mindful space. So what you're paying attention to can really be so different than what I am. But it doesn't mean we're not having similar experiences. You might have to chew on that one for a little bit. It's something I've been kind of introduced to this morning in my mindful meditation. And so just consider what you pay attention to. Right? There's no insinuation on that one, so it's not meant to make you feel any type of way. It's just something interesting to observe, right? So you're moving through cat-cow, if I hadn't said that already, and you're moving just nice and fluidly by your intuition, right? How does the wind blow to make the shape either, right, be more revealed, more felt, or just kind of sealing the deal, the work you've done. I'm happy, right? I'm coming to a nice even tabletop. Right, you may swish, sweep, maybe lie on the floor. If you want to take this as a shavasana, you can just let this time out and it will be fine, because I'm pretty sure it will just end, because I don't think commercials show up at the end of my practice. But they might, and if they do, let me know. All right, so Alexa, skip. Alexa, off. So let's just take a moment here to be in that space, beholding what the message has brought to you. Right? The message being maybe right in time. Right? Sometimes it comes through. I needed to push a little heavier into my body, right? So some push-ups, some tucks, some long lunges. And you never know what form that you may be taking may inform your mind space. Even further, do you back up from being so mindful, because that can be very intellect-driven, right? Objective. And we just go back into the awareness. what's my attention right now? What's the attention I have? Could be the sound of the wind outside, or your neighbor's cooking. It could be the hum of a fan, or laughter. It could just be the sound of your breath. And let your hands come to your heart here, and for whatever that attention has, keep it on. Bow gently to yourself. To all hearts, namaste. Happy to be here. Thank you for coming. And yeah, stay sweet. All the things, all the days, cuteness. Right, let's keep trying, okay? Love you. Talk soon.